So my first question, Reed, I'm going to let you answer first, and then Rustin, I want you to give an answer, and then I'm going to give an answer. So Reed, as you think about what you've seen from the spring, as you look forward to this fall, who do you think is going to be a surprise player for Tennessee this year that a lot of folks aren't totally thinking about right now?
I gave a lot of thought to this, and I've wrestled with this a little bit since you I think it was yesterday that y'all text me, and I'm gonna go not an offensive player,
Oh,
even
okay.
though I wanted to, because I think you're gonna see the offense look a lot more like a Heupel offense this year.
Agreed.
But I'm gonna go linebacker. Somebody got hurt last year, and I think really kind of hurt that defense. I'm gonna go Pili.
I like it.
I think you might see him have a. They're really looking forward to getting him back. I know the new linebackers coach Inge there is really excited about having him back on the field. I think there was a big hole in Tennessee's team last year at linebacker, and I think he could. He's got the talent. When he went down, it was an obvious difference when he wasn't on the field. So, really, I wanted to go a defensive player at a position of need. So I'm going to go Pili at linebacker. Maybe some not the guy everyone's very excited about, but maybe somebody that could lead the team in tackles or be in that conversation.
I love that choice. I would never have picked that. That is a fantastic choice.
Well, also could be way wrong. So that's one option.
I love
It's
it. I
always
think
the
it's a
same.
great choice.
Well, my backup option, which is a lot more obvious and is the cover guy on Football Time, is one Nico Iamaleava, because I do think there's obviously high expectations for him, but it's rare that I hype somebody up, but I think he can exceed those, especially in this offense as it's constructed and with this coaching staff. So that was option 1B. And a lot more obvious, but even as high as the expectations are for Nico, I think he can exceed him. I really do. And I expect big things out of that offense.
So Carl said he likes your pick. He'll be wrong with you. He's going with you. He's like, yep, Keenan Pili. That's the guy for him. And y'all let us know in the comments who you think will be the surprise player for Tennessee football this year. Herb's saying he's going Ricky Gibson in the secondary.
I thought Rustin
Great
might pick
choice.
that one. I know he's a Ricky Gibson fan.
Actually, and Reed and I did not discuss this ahead of time, I went with a linebacker as well.
Okay.
They are really, really high on Jeremiah Telander, and
Yes.
I think he's going to have a breakout year, a year faster and stronger. He flashed multiple times last year, and Coach Inge has raved about him continually. I think we're going to see him have a breakout year.
We talked about him on the show late last season, and really did look like he closed the year strong. He was on my list too, because I'm trying to think about that defense and where there were holes and where they have an upgrade in talent this year. Because I think that's where you're going to get more production that maybe people aren't talking about. So I like that answer too.
I think the guy who needs to have a breakout year is whoever wins the nickel position. I think that is probably most likely the Thomas kid, but maybe Jacoby, maybe Jermod. I mean, they've got some options there, but I think whoever wins that nickel job has to have a big year.
So I like all those picks. I'm going to go an offensive guy. And I've been riding this train since spring of last year, and I'm going to keep on chugging along. Deshawn Bishop is my surprise player for 2024. He got hurt last year, and he had a red shirt, and it's like people just forgot about him.
Right.
But I've said this before. I'm going to say it again right now, and I'll probably say it again in the future. But last year, the first questions people ask the first 2 days of practice are which of the newcomers impressed you the most? And that's anytime they get to talk to somebody for the first time, that's one of always the questions that they ask. Which of the newcomers surprised you the most? And over and over and over last year, every time they talked to somebody, I remember the first time Heupel was interviewed after a spring practice, he mentioned Deshawn Bishop by name. First guy he mentioned. Gabe Judy Lawley, first guy he mentioned, Deshawn Bishop. Keenan Pili last year, first guy he mentioned, Deshawn Bishop. He was getting people's attention last year when he still should have been a senior in high school, but he enrolled early. He was getting people's attention then. So just like Rustin said, he's had a year to get stronger, faster, better. We saw him in the spring game get first team reps because Dylan Sampson wasn't playing and Cam Selden was injured. So in theory, he'll be the third guy off the bench in the backfield this year. That's similar to what Dylan Sampson was doing last year. Do not be shocked. Do not be shocked if he ends up being numero dos in the backfield coming in the game, because the dude can flat run the ball.